Guess who back? Guess who's back? It's your girl, Clicks to the Views. So, Mr. Carlos King, had to wet my whistle. Wet your whistle. So, Mr. Carlos King decides to come down to the internet and go off in a Carlos King kind of way. So, real, you know, it's like he don't see how he contributes to this whole dynamic of the the YouTubers, social media, the cast members, the whole tug of war between the two. He doesn't get how he contributes to this. Sir, you are the one who put these people on a platform to be ridiculed. You give them the guidelines on how and what they need to say on the show or how they need to show up on the show. And there's never no real balance, you know? So they come on the show and they show up for work and they're given a formula to be messy, right? To say messy shit, but never the formula to come back around and try to find some resolve. It's all kind of forced and fake and phony, right? The only one that has been consistently giving us the real is Melody, you know? So I don't understand how you think that it's the fault that the YouTubers, the fans, are to blame for Stormy leaving the show. It's like you put the whole complete blame on the outside external forces that are attacking the show. So, I mean, do you understand that you made all these people look messy and villainous? Okay. And here's the thing, people that survive in this YouTube drama mess are people who are really like that and they don't care how they show up in the world. Like your boy, the only one that has that, I think, um, um, persona is Marceau. He don't care. He don't care because it's like he's been like this his whole life, condescending, misogynistic, petty. You know, all he that's who he is as a person. So the ridicule that he get back is like he don't care. He absorbs it. In fact, he might even feed off of it. He likes that type of shit, right? But then you take Stormy, who I think is showing up as her true self when she gets into these messy arguments or messy situations on the show, but she's never really been challenged on the outside of how she shows up. She's never really got any backlash of how she shows up, right? So when she gets the backlash, like, oh, dang, these people don't like me. I'm just being myself. These people don't like me because you have no self-awareness, you know. So and the people around you are probably all your yes people or whatever. So you would how you appear in your circle is different than how you no, the feedback that you get in your circle is going to be different than the feedback you get on the outside. So if we go back to the whole Canvas Beauty warehouse debacle where Black Titanic showed up. If we listen, and Carlos King, I don't even know if you listened to the vile and evil things that your cast member said on that video, right? She was like, get out of here before I beat your ass. I mean, just really vile and vulgar, right? And at the end of it, she started crying. And she said, these people talk about me every week on the show, on the damn reality show. That told you right there, she was not used to that type of backlash. She was not used to that type of ridicule, right? And the fact that she knew who Black Titanic was lets you know that she was diving into what people said about her. Like, tell your cast members to stay off of YouTube. It's rough over here. It's rough in these YouTube streets. Okay? Tell your cast members to stay out the chats. Stay off the panels. Leave these bloggers alone. They don't want the backlash. They don't want to enter this YouTube world. Tell them to stay away from it. Unless they're ready for it. Right? You got Melody over there who has whole YouTube channels against her, right? And she understands that everybody's not gonna like her, but she not once came out and talked against them. Not the YouTubers, not the content creators, except for the one who went too far, right? But you didn't check him. You didn't check him for going over to the woman's house and recording her closet and all that type of stuff. You didn't check him for recording conversations or getting recorded conversations of your cast members and their dealings with other people. You didn't check him. You didn't check him on how he embarrassed, may she rest in peace, how he embarrassed her. You didn't check him for that. But you want to check Miss Black Titanic all of a sudden because your homegirl, because Stormy wants to leave the show. Let her go. She's not cut out for it. And then you want to talk about the other woman. What's her name? Tiffany. You put her on a plate like that to be villainous and messy and disruptive to the core. Six, she had a problem with everybody almost, right? Then y'all try to give her a storyline about finding her daddy and everything. And then she goes and have a baby, all this. But the way she showed up was messy. And that was not who she was. Stop putting these personas on people who they're not. If you want a messy person, go find a messy person. Right? Go find someone who flourishes in the mess and they don't care. The the Carlises of the world and all the toxic women and men and everything, and they don't care about being messy because that's who they are as a person. But you can't take somebody who's used to, being normal, or someone who's used to running the show, someone who's not used to being ridiculed or whatever. You can't put that person into a messy situation and think that they're going to come out okay. You want to put all the blame on outside external. You have to take some blame for it, sir. You the one who put these people in the positions to to present themselves as they do. Your producers, your showrunners, your formula. It's all this mess. There's no resolve, right? So you say you wanted to do something that's not been done. Women and men both having an equal playing ground when it came to the reality TV show genre. Because it's basically been all women, catty, fighting and everything, that's been the normal formula. But you wanted to throw the men in it, right? So you throw the men in it, but you throw three toxic mother suckers in there. Then you okay, you had what's his name? Big Lou. You know, you had Big Lou. He was one of them that, was somewhat more digestible, when it came to how he treated women. And it seemed like it just kind of tapered off towards the end. But see, that ain't your formula. You need a toxic man. You need a misogynist man. You need a condescending man. You need a man who don't give a fuck how he show up or how he talk to his wife on the show, because that's a part of the formula. And when they get backlash, then it's us to blame. That man said it's honorable that my wife turned over for me and let me just do what I wanted to do. That man said that out loud. And then you gave him a platform to try to clean it up, and he didn't. What kind of formulas are you giving these people? What kind of guidance are you really giving these people? And then you let Martell just go loose in these streets. You didn't rein him back in. You didn't rein him back in. He, after the divorce, or even before the divorce, he started going on this campaign interview after interview. Every interview he did, he degraded that woman. You didn't say, "Hey, Martell, we not gonna do that. We gonna keep this drama on the show. If you go outside the show and you talk shit, you gonna have to be accountable for the backlash that you get. I can't save you for that." But you didn't rein him in. You didn't rein him in because he kept doing it and still do it to this day. The only one that you fired or let go was Wanda. However, she's now on the YouTube still talking evil shit about one of your cast members. And she say, "It's because, I take up for my daughter." That ain't got Wanda ain't taking up for her daughter. Wanda mad because she got fired. And she mad she got fired because of how what she was doing in these YouTube streets, and how she was in the Instagram, on Facebook, or wherever she was at, and how she was talking about Melody. See, Mel was like, "Okay, wait a minute now. This is my coworker. She ain't gonna be talking shit like that about my kids or whatever, and just brewing this evilness, and then expect to come work for me. We ain't gonna do that, right?" So you fired her. So that's why she mad. But no one takes up, no one, not one cast member talks out against how Wanda spews hate and disrespect towards one of your cast members. If anybody should have quit this show, it should have been Mel. husband year campaign on disrespecting her. Ex cast member, every time she goes live, she disrespects her, talks shit about her, goes off, spits vile and evil things out in the atmosphere about her. She didn't say nothing to them. You didn't do no YouTube. You didn't do no YouTube video about that, did you? And let's be clear, this going beyond the show type of content has been going on since your boy, Monkey Neighbor. And how he literally was on this maybe attack is the wrong word, but this negative content he created against Sheree, your home girl. Did you say anything? You in the producer? Did you say anything about that back then? You actually became truthful, but now you don't want to. Now you you don't appreciate it, and now you got a problem with it. You a problem. You are part of the problem. You put these people out here to be ridiculed and scrutinized and get all this backlash that they do. You got to hold yourself accountable too, as well, Mr. Carlos King. You got to hold yourself accountable. Um, that's all I can have to say about that. You should girl clicks to the views if you got this far. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you're new. It's just my opinion. It's just my opinion. Everything I say is for entertainment purposes only. Nothing is a factual. It's all alleged. It's just my opinion. Anyway, I'm out of here, y'all. Have a good night. It's your girl clicks to the views. I'm out.